in the heck is knocking on my door at this hour? My goodness gracious. Who's knocking? What are you doing here?
Not much, bud. What you up to?
How did you get? You're living in the next state.
Nah, man, I was in the neighborhood. So
The neighborhood?
Yeah, I figured.
Man, I was just about to put my pajamas on.
Well, that's good. I talked to you before.
I
All the
know.
lights were off. I thought y'all might have
Well, you know, trying to go to bed. Howdy toddy.
Hey, everybody. This is Plays with Trucks hanging out with.
Colonel Rev Scale Models.
How's everybody doing tonight?
So you see, I have a surprise guest here.
Just in the neighborhood?
Shows up on my doorstep almost midnight,
Yeah.
knocking on the door. At least he didn't ring the doorbell and wake everybody up. Just knocking on the door, just enough to where I would have to almost go into bed, about to put my pajamas on. Who in the heck is knocking on my door at midnight? Well, we know it's not a serial
It's not
killer.
midnight my time.
You know, of course he throws that in my face. So, but no, he stopped by. He actually, apparently he carries around just kits in his truck at all times. I'm assuming this happens more often than not. Maybe we just don't see it on video as much. But he brought some cool kits for my kids. He brought this little pink, some kind of a bear that actually looks like it attaches to a Gundam. So, Papa Dan, we know you like pink models and Gundams.
Pink Gundam.
Just saying. I know you're jealous when you're gonna see this. He
Papa Dan,
got this from my oldest daughter, who's a
Pikachu.
Pokemon and Pikachu freak. So this will be pretty cool. This is one of those sprue kits that Papa Dan and Caleb have built recently.
A lot of Papa Dan references in this.
I
thing.
know, I know. And then he picked up this cool, the new X-Wing.
Almost got that one for my son.
I know, this is really cool. I mean, it's got some of the pre-painted parts, but it's from the newest movie, so that was really cool. My son, you know, he's gonna love this when he sees it. So it's gonna be like Christmas morning tomorrow.
Interesting thing about that kid, it has Star Wars and Disney, so you pay double licensing fees.
And he throws that in my face.
Hey,
So I don't even know what the
That
price
wasn't-
tag of all this
that
is.
wasn't nothing to do with the price tag. I was just, that's just a comment on Disney and Star Wars.
So since he brought these kits, and obviously my kids build box stock always, I'm gonna have them actually enter these into the box stock community build that starts next month. That's being hosted on the automotive side by Roadhog 0822,
Cliff.
Mr. Cliff, and Papa Dan on the non-automotive or other side. We're going to enter those, and because they're doing it, you know, I'm obligated to enter myself another group build. So,
Maybe y'all can help him decide on which kit that he's going to enter.
Or
Since
maybe not.
He can't.
or maybe not.
Maybe we should.
Yeah. So I'm going to choose either this little academy. Obviously, you can tell these are going to be some hopefully quick builds for everybody else. Maybe not for me. The F-14.
Flying Falcon.
My second attempt at a German tank. This is a Panzer II.
Because the first attempt didn't turn out so good.
Yeah, it's still to be finished. The Bismarck.
TBF.
Yeah.
Isn't that a
And
phrase
then-
that you kind of...
Yes, I have patented that. And then this is actually my favorite dinosaur. I think I picked this up at one of the shows over the past couple of years.
So
So
you
that'll
can-
be my entry, one of those four.
You're giving the YouTube community a first look first look at a kit you won't finish.
Yeah. So it's a sneak preview. It's a sneak
Of
preview.
a kit he won't finish.
So, and I have a few more of these dinosaurs. That's another dream. All the kits are finished and built in my head. Just want y'all to know that.
That is a dream.
Yeah, that is the dream.
That is the dream.
Sometimes a nightmare.
I have a dream.
An MLK reference in Georgia. Imagine that.
Go figure.
I know. Go figure. So,
That's pretty cool.
what brings you to the neighborhood?
Well, I don't know, just hanging around the Atlanta area. Thought I'd stop in so
You
David
just-
Duncan watch out.
Yeah.
Um,
Chris, Music City Chop Shop.
Yeah.
Scott, Saltwater.
yeah, there's a bunch of you
Yeah,
guys out
there's
here.
several of us here.
Bob Downey.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't even know if
all
Bob's
all the
watching.
Acme guys.
Yeah,
all the
Acme
Acme guys.
guys. So yeah, I think I've decided to jump in the community, and I don't really build outside of automotive. You guys know that I stick with it pretty good. Now I will say this, and I don't know that I've ever said this before. I used to build a lot of planes and sci-fi, but I haven't done that in like 15 years or so. So just went in straight automotive. But I'm probably going
So
to.
you kind of grew out of it, I guess what you're saying?
I don't know if it's grew out of it so much. I moved around a lot when I was married, so at one point I just got tired of taking them with me. So I gave pretty much everything I had away, and I had like 4 or 5 really nice Star Trek builds, and I gave them to a hobby shop that they put on display.
Star Trek original, New Generation.
Yeah, all that. I think there was a Voyager, an original Enterprise. There was a Next Generation Enterprise, and there was a 4th one. I don't specifically remember what it was. But I'd put a lot of time into those, in my 20s and stuff. So that's been quite a few years. So I gave them away. But so basically now I just do automotive. So the 55 Chevy truck that Rick's got from Heartbeat Model Shop down there in
I believe so.
yeah, down there in Central Florida sent me. I don't know why, I'm guessing. I know that's what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna throw that one in there, and I'm gonna see what I can do with that purple body, and I'm gonna work on it. I don't know if I'll finish in March, but I bet I'll finish.
Nothing wrong with not finishing.
No, it just gives
You something to work on in the future.
That's right. That's
It
right.
always gives you something to go back to.
That's it.
So we should do we can do some questions for James here. So maybe we throw out to the community, since you're asking them to guess or which one of these I'm going to build. Maybe we can play guess his age.
Guess my age.
Yeah, guess his age. We were talking about that on the phone the other day.
Yeah. So they're gonna guess in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, there y'all go. Y'all can guess my age. Some of y'all probably know it, but
Yeah, we won't go weight. That's a little bit more challenging, especially on the camera because it adds 10 pounds apparently.
I think those wings we had added 10 pounds. That was
Oh,
crazy,
Lord.
man.
Yeah. So guess his age.
Guess
You don't
my
win
age.
anything. You just get bragging rights. I don't know.
If
I
you
guessed
guess.
wrong. I guessed wrong. So
Most people do.
there you go. There you go.
Don't
So
feel
besides,
bad.
so what is your projected next build after you get past finishing up with the build for
Well, I've got the 55 Ford and the
those
55
two? Once
Chevy.
you get to that after those,
I don't
get
know.
those knocked out by
I don't
summertime.
think that far ahead. I would like to finish some of the ones I haven't.
You don't think that far ahead on models or just in general?
on models. I do think that far ahead on other stuff. So that's probably why I don't think that far ahead on models, is because I'm too busy preparing for other stuff. But I don't know. I got a 70 Chevelle that I need to finish. I just need to add some racing straps to it, and then assemble
I
it.
think I have a Chevelle upstairs.
Probably.
Yeah.
Mine's it's the
Street
same as
burner?
the Jack.
Is it the street? It's not the
No,
street
it's
burner?
not the street burner. I got the Jack Reacher, but I've got an older
Oh,
version.
yeah. Oh, okay.
And I've done some videos on it, so you guys can go back. The 55 Chevy, I did a video on it a couple of videos ago. You guys, if you're interested in knowing what that one is, it's molded in purple, so there's going to be some challenges with that one. Just either polishing it up or laying some kind of candy or clear over the top of it that it's going to bleed through anyway.
And he's talking. He was saying earlier he's going to start trying to do some enamels and lacquers with his airbrush. So we'll see if that comes down the road in the future.
That would be way in the future and not this year probably. It may be later this year. I'm really putting, you guys have probably noticed, I put a lot of time in to snap tights and just not, staying away from all the chassis detail and the engine detail as of right now, and primarily just kind of working on my airbrushing.
Skills.
Yeah, I guess.
Skill
I don't
set.
know. They're getting better, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Learning to lay it down, learning to mix my paints. I think that's a big fear for a lot of people who's never used a brush or anything.
I've used it a little bit. And
Or-
still a fear. The whole
Yeah.
mixing, getting the right thinning, and
Yeah.
all that. It can be a challenge.
It takes time. And that's what I've learned, and I want to do it one time and be done with it. But
Yeah, it don't work.
it don't always work. It mostly
It
don't
don't work
work.
though. It starts spitting, and you gotta get used to learning how to clean the brush properly and fixing it when you knowing what's wrong with it or what it's doing when it's spraying, not the way it's spraying. And you got to figure out what you need to do. Whether it's too thin, it's too thick. You got stuff in, it's dirty, whatever. So it's just a steep learning curve.
Yeah, and the only way that you can really learn is to
Just to do it.
practice.
Yeah. Just do it. Even if you're just doing, just practicing on the cardboard or something, laying those
Yeah.
lines down and practicing with your spread pattern and stuff.
Yeah, get out to some of these shows. You can pick up cheap kits anywhere from $2, $3, $4, $5. Even if you buy
Oh, yeah.
one that someone's already started, you can strip it down.
We had some of those at Acme for like the bag ones, right? The
Yeah.
$2 and $3. You get a whole kit. It's just all some parts put together, some parts not.
Yeah, I like picking those up because then you can, swap out motors or whatever you want to do.
Never have enough extra parts, especially
Yeah.
for those that do a lot of the chopping,
Never enough wheels
get
and
bashing
tires
and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're gonna mess stuff up. Hunter said that if he'll paint one and if he doesn't like it, he'll just trash it and scrap it.
Don't trash them, honey. Just send them to James.
Yeah, send them to me.
Send them to James.
But you don't have to do that nowadays.
We'll put his home address on the video.
Sure. And so then people can come knocking on my door.
Knocking on his door. Exactly. Exactly.
So,
yeah, like the stuff I'm sending home with you.
Yeah, there's some.
He wanted just a body, so I'm sending him home with a couple of boxes of stuff. There's like 4 or 5 different kits that were leftover bashed and stuff. So he only needs one part, but he's got a whole bunch more to pick from.
You can never have too many spare parts.
Yeah, and when my wife sees some stuff leaving the house, it's always a good thing.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
This video's probably getting long.
Yeah, we're getting up here in the Papa Dan area, and we wanted to try to edit that down to less than 10. So let's do a community less than 10-minute video thingy. So just always less than 10. Always less than 10.
How are you supposed to watch all those 20-minute videos? You only got 24 hours in a day, right?
Well,
some of us have to work.
When I'm washing dishes or cooking supper. That's the only 2 times I can do those.
I don't know how you wash dishes or cook supper and
you
watch
wash
a video.
and you do like this, and you look down.
I'm glad I don't eat here. I probably eat off a dirty plate.
It's not dirty. They're all clean. They're all clean.
Oh, that's funny.
Exactly. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. It's getting Papa Dan long, so we won't.
At least you didn't say Papa Dan. Oh.
Hey, I'm glad he didn't call me, which is good. He had just texted before we started this video, which is
so. Just so you know, Papa Dan got one over on you.
That's right. That's right. So we're gonna sign off. As always, for me, it is howdy toddy and God bless.
And this is James, aka Plays with Trucks. Freddie Pena. And we're out of here.
So long. Next time, don't answer the door after midnight.